Hello guys, the Galaxy Boy here, back on the Geography channel. Today we're going to be naming as many cities in the United States as we can. This is for reaching 10 subscribers. So, I did a video like this on my main channel before actually, which, I think I got 1100, and then I did a video even earlier on this channel. It's actually one of the first videos, but in that video I tried to name as many cities as I could in just North America. And I think I got about 600 there, in specifically the United States. So obviously that's including North America. So we're going to try to beat both of those. Let's start with Alaska. We're going to go fast paced because I don't want the video to be 2 hours, obviously. So let's start with Anchorage, Nick Fairview, Wasilla, North Lakes, South Lakes, Tanana, Meadow Lakes, Palmer, Farm Loop, Hope, Sunrise, Whittier, what else is there? Valdez, Cordova, Kalifornsky, Kenai, Homer, Anchor Point. By the way, I expect a lot of pronunciations to be wrong because some of the city names are hard, especially Hawaii, all the way east of Alaska over here. Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan, Wrangell, Craig, Petersburg, Pelican. That's all the ones I know over there. Over here there's Kodiak, and then up here there's Bethel and St. Mary's. Gotta spell right. St. Mary's. There we go. Nome, Wales, Kotzebue, and then Point Hope, Wainwright, Utqiagvik, Prudhoe Bay, and Kaktovik over here. And then over here there's Ruby. There is Beaver, Central, Eagle, and Chicken. In the middle there's Fairbanks, Badger, College, North Pole, Fox, and then over here there's Savunga and Mekoryuk. And then down here there's Sandpoint and King Cove, Cold Bay, False Pass, Akuton, Unalaska, Atka, Adak, Attu Station, and then over here there's St. Paul. Gotta spell it right. St. Paul, St. George. So that's all in Alaska, I know. So let's move on to Hawaii with Kapa, Lihu, Wailua, and then there is what's right here. There is Kilauea, something like that. Yep. Princeville and Haina. Those are the ones I know there. Down south there's Kaha, Hanapepe, Ilili, Kamakani. So a lot of pronunciations are probably wrong, but most, like, definitely. But anyways, Honolulu, East Honolulu, Pearl City, Waipahu, Kailua, Kaneohe, Eva Gentry, Eva Beach, Kapolei, East Kapolei, Aya, Mililani Town, Mililani Maka, Haliwa, Pupiki, Kahuku, Kawila Bay. Those are the ones I know there. Down here I know Kanakakai. There we go. Kualapu'u and Mauna Loa. And then Lanai City, Manel, Kahului, Kihei, Wailea, I don't know where I got Wailea from, Wailuku, and then Lahaina over here, and between that there's Malaya, something like that. How do you spell it? Something like that. Yeah, there we go. And Olawalu. There we go. And Hana. And then finally for this island there's Hilo, Hawaiian Paradise Park, Hawaiian Beaches, Hawaiian Acres. So these two as well. And then there's Curtistown right there. And Kio, I don't know exactly. Mountain View right there. And Volcano at the end right here pretty much. And then there's Waimea, there is Kepao, something like that, and Hawi. I don't know exactly, but yeah, and Hanukkah, and then Waikoloa Village, and Waikoloa Beach Resort, and then it is Kailua Kona, Captain Cook, Hawaiian Ocean View, Pahala, and Kalapana. There we go. So, is that 59 as well? 59 cities in both Alaska and Hawaii, so total 118 cities. That's really good, actually. Let's move on to California, my home state. So we are going to start with San Diego, Chula Vista, Oceanside, Escondido, Carlsbad, El Cajon, Encinitas, Poway, Fallbrook, Rainbow, and I think that's it for San Diego area that I know, and El Centro and Calexico over to the east. Now for this big area, Avalon, Los Angeles, Santa Clarita, Lancaster, Palmdale, and then over to the west there is Calabasas, Gore Hills, and Malibu, Westlake Village, and Hidden Hills, and then San Fernando, Santa Monica, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Inglewood, Culver City, and then down even lower there is Hawthorne, Gardena, and Lawndale, and then there is Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, and El Segundo. So that's those ones. And then there's also what's down here? It is Rancho Palos Verdes, and then Palos Verdes Estates, Rolling Hills Estates, and Lomita. And I think that's everything west of Los Angeles in the county. And then Long Beach, Carson, Compton, Linwood, Paramount, and Bellflower, Cerritos, Artesia, La Mirada, Hawaiian Gardens. That's a weird name. That should be in Hawaii, all the way over there. What else is there? There's Santa Fe Springs. There's La Habra Heights. There is Norwalk, Downey, Southgate, Bell Gardens, Montebello, Vernon. There is Cudahy, Commerce. There's Pico Rivera, and there's East Los Angeles and Huntington Park, Alhambra, Temple City, San Gabriel, and then there's Glendale, Burbank, Pasadena, gotta spell it right, no, yeah, Pasadena, South Pasadena, La Cana, Flint Ridge, something like that, up there as well. There we go. And then there's Arcadia, Monrovia, San Marino. There is Walnut, Diamond Bar. There's Industry. There is El Monte, South El Monte, West Covina, La Verne, La Puente, Pomona, and I think that's actually no, Whittier, South Whittier. There we go. And up here, Lake Los Angeles, Sun Village, and Little Rock, one word. That might be it for the county now. Is there any others I can think of? Not really. So, let's do Oxnard, Ventura, Port Hueneme, Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, Moore Park, Simi Valley, Santa Paula, Fillmore, and Ojai. So that's Ventura County area. Let's do San Bernardino County area. Chino Hills. Wait, did I get San Gabriel? I feel like I did. Yeah, because I forget that one a lot. Chino Hills, Ontario, Rancho Cucamonga, Rialto, Fontana, San Bernardino, Montclair, Upland, and then Colton, Grand Terrace, Highland, Redlands, Yucaipa, and then Victorville, Hesperia, Adelanto, Apple Valley. Gotta spell it right though. There we go. There's Barstow. And then there is Big Bear Lake, Yucca Valley, and 29 Palms. There we go. And over here is Needles. There we go. And then now Riverside County, there's Riverside. And there's Moreno Valley, Jurupa Valley, Eastvale, Norco, Corona. So that's those ones around here, this general area. There's Paris, not the one in France. I don't even know if it's pronounced Paris here or not. But yeah, there's that. And then Menifee, Lake Elsinore, Canyon Lake, Wildomar, Marietta, Temecula. So we have officially connected Los Angeles area, San Diego area as well. And then over here there's Banning, Beaumont, Calamasa, San Jacinto, Hemet. And then over here there's Cathedral City. There is Desert Hot Springs. There's Palm Springs, Palm Desert. There is Rancho Mirage, like that. There is Indio, right? Yes. Coachella, Indian Wells. And I feel like there's something else here that I'm missing, but I'm not sure. I feel like there definitely is, but yeah. Blythe, Mesa Verde. There we go. And then in Orange County, there is Anaheim. There is Santa Ana and Irvine, Huntington Beach, and Seal Beach, Buena Park. There is Stanton, Westminster, Brea, Fullerton, Orange itself, La Habra, and then there is, I can't think of anything else up in that area. Is Villa Park one of them? Yes, Villa Park. And what else is there? I feel like there's something that starts with a J. Jacinto, is that one? Justino? I don't know exactly. But let's just move on. There's Newport Beach, Garden Grove up here, and Laguna Niguel, Laguna Hills, Laguna Beach, Laguna Woods, Mission Viejo, also Viejo, Lake Forest, and San Juan Capistrano. Dana Point, is that one? Yes, Dana Point is one. Good thing I'm remembering a lot more actually. Now that I'm doing this, a lot of them are just coming back, so that's pretty cool. What else is there? Garden Grove. I feel like there's something else underneath Garden Grove over 100,000 I'm just forgetting about, which is really annoying. But I think I'm gonna have to skip it, unfortunately. So, yeah, this is Los Angeles area. Pretty much done, I think. Yeah. Let's move up. California City and Bakersfield. And up here there's Furnace Creek, which is in Death Valley. And I think that city has the record for the hottest recorded temperature in like a town or anything in the world. So that's kind of crazy. Over here there is, what is it? There is Santa Barbara, Santa Maria, San Luis Obispo, Pismo Beach, and Paso Robles. So now the next area, let's get Visalia. Let's get Fresno and Clovis, Sanger, Kerman, Kingsburg, Sunnyside. Up here is Merced, right? Yep. And then let's get Salinas, Monterey, Seaside, Marina, Pacific Grove, Del Monte Forest, and then Carmel by the Sea, and Delray Oaks, and Sand City, Gonzales, Soledad, Greenfield, King City. And up here there's Santa Cruz, Watsonville, Scotts Valley, Capitola, Aptos, and then up here there is Stockton, Modesto, there's Tracy, Manteca, Turlock, there is Riverbank, right? There we go. And we're gonna skip Bay Area for now because I know that's where I'm from, so I know like every city there, so I want to save it for last in California. Sacramento, Elk Grove, Roseville, Arden, Arcade. What else is up there? There's Folsom and Carmichael, Davis, West Sacramento, Fair Oaks, Auburn, and that's all I can think of there. And then there is Placerville, Amador City, and down here actually there's Round Valley and Mesa, right down there. And then over here there's South Lake Tahoe, Tahoe City, Tahoma, and then up here there's Grass Valley, Nevada City, Rough and Ready, which is a kind of interesting name, Yuba City, Chico, Red Bluff, Redding, so that's kind of just a line going up like that, I guess. And then over here there is Clear Lake, let's get that, and Lakeport, North Lakeport, Upper Lake, and then Ukiah, and Willits, Fort Bragg, Mendocino, and Point Arena. That's all I know in the county pretty much. And then Eureka, Bayview, Fairhaven, and Crescent City, Fort Dick. There we go. And now all that's left for what I know is Bay Area. So San Francisco, Daly City, Colma, Brisbane, South San Francisco, there's San Bruno, Pacifica, Millbrae, Burlingame, Hillsborough, San Mateo, Foster City, Belmont, San Carlos, Redwood City, Menlo Park, Atherton, Woodside, Portola Valley, Half Moon Bay. That's all the incorporated ones. For unincorporated, I know Broadmoor, I know Highlands, I know North Fair Oaks, the biggest one, West Menlo Park. There is El Granada, Moss Beach, Montara, Pescadero, Loma Mar, and is that it for that area? I think it might be. So, let's get San Jose, Sunnyvale, Santa Clara, Milpitas, Mountain View, Palo Alto. I got East Palo Alto, right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I didn't get East Palo Alto. That's weird. But I did get Menlo Park. Good thing I tried writing East Palo Alto again. That would have been bad if I missed it, because that's in the other county. And then Los Altos Hills, Cupertino, Campbell, Saratoga, Los Gatos, Monte Sereno, and then Morgan Hill and Gilroy, right there. So, unincorporated, there's Burbank, but I have to write Santa Clara County at the end. There is Stanford, Alum Rock, And I'll try Seven Trees, but I think that's a neighborhood. That's a neighborhood. I can't think of anything else, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna have to move on. So, Oakland, Alameda, Piedmont, Emeryville, Berkeley, Albany, and then there is San Leandro, Hayward, Union City, Newark, Fremont, Dublin, Pleasanton, Livermore. I think that's all the incorporated. So, Castro Valley, San Lorenzo, Ashland, Cherryland, Fairview, and Sunol. I think those are the unincorporated, and that's it for the county. I got all of them, so that's cool. Up here there is Richmond, El Cerrito, San Pablo, Pinal, Hercules, San Ramon, Danville, Orinda, Moraga, Lafayette, Walnut Creek, Pleasant Hill, Martinez, Concord, Clayton, Pittsburgh, Antioch, and Oakley. And then the unincorporated, there is Rodeo, there's Bayview, but I have to write Contra Costa County. There's Mountain View, but I also have to write Contra Costa County. El Sobrante, there you go. Montalvan Manor, North Richmond, East Richmond Heights, there's Crockett, there's Contra Costa Center, there is Bay Point, the biggest one in the county. I think that's unincorporated. I don't think it's going to count Port Chicago, but I'll try it. I think that's an area that got bombed or something, so fun fact for you. What else is there? I think that's all I know in the county. So, Vallejo, Benissa, Fairfield, Suisun City, and then Vacaville. Gotta spell it right though. There we go. Dixon, Rio Vista. I know there's an Allendale. Oh wait, also Fruitdale down here. So yeah, Allendale, Green Valley, and I thought there was like a fruit something up here, not Fruitvale. What is it? I don't know what else is up here, so we're gonna have to skip it. And then there's Napa, American Canyon, Yountville, St. Helena, and Calistoga. And then over here there's Santa Rosa with Windsor. There's Cloverdale, Healdsburg, and then there is Sebastopol, Rohnert Park, Cotati. What else is there? Rohnert Park, Cotati, and then Petaluma, Sonoma, and that's all the incorporated ones. Unincorporated, there's Guerneville, there's Monte Rio, there's Sea Ranch, and I can't think of anything else there. So, down here there is Novato, San Rafael, San Anselmo, Fairfax, Ross, Luxburg, Corte Madera, Mill Valley, Tiburon, Belvedere, Sausalito, and what else? That's all the incorporated ones. Marin City, Strawberry, and Alto, Bolinas with Stinson Beach. There's also Muir Beach, and I think that's all I can think of, which means that's all I can think of for California. So that is 393 cities. I used to know over 400, but I lost a little bit. So yeah, it's the end of the world now. We're going to move on to Oregon with Portland, Gresham, Hillsboro, Sandy, Damascus, Boring. Those are the ones I know there. And then there's Salem, Eugene, with Springfield and Junction City. There's Bend. There is, down here, there's Medford, Ashland, and Cave Junction. And then over here there is it Pendleton? Yep, La Grande and Baker City. There we go. And now moving up to Washington, we can get Vancouver. And now I know there's also Louisville right above it. Very small, but it's there. And then there's Seattle, which has Tacoma, Bellevue. It has Everett and Marysville. And there is, what else is there? Shoreline, Redmond, Sammamish, Kent, Renton, Auburn, Kirkland, Olympia, Lacey, DuPont, Louisville. Is that one? No. But Port Louis? I don't know. Port Louis spelled like this. I thought there was something like right here that there's something right here that sounds like that, I feel like, near DuPont, but I don't remember. What else is in this general area? Mercer Island, Bainbridge Island. Over here there's Aberdeen. Up here there's Bellingham, Point Roberts, and Yakima, Kennewick, Pasco, Richland, West Pasco. And over here there's Walla Walla. Gotta spell it right though. There we go. Spokane Valley. That's all I can get in Washington pretty much. And then moving on to Idaho, where over here we can get Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and then over down here, well, we can also get Moscow and Lewiston, I believe. Yeah. Did I say I believe? That's a country, but whatever. Boise, Meridian, Nampa, Caldwell, Eagle, and Idaho City. And then over here there's Twin Falls, Pocatello, Idaho Falls. So there we go. Montana, we can get Billings and Lockwood and Laurel. And then we can get, Missoula, Great Falls, Bozeman with Belgrade, and then Butte, Helena, Kalispell. There we go. Over here we can get Miles City and Rosebud. There we go. And Wyoming we can get Cheyenne, Casper, Laramie, Gillette, I'm not entirely sure. Rock Springs, gotta spell it right though. There we go. Sheridan, Jackson, Evanston, Green River, and Riverton. Those are the ones I know. Let's do Nevada next. So Nevada, we can get Reno, Sparks, Carson City, and then there's also State Line right there. Yeah. And then let's get Elko. Got to spell right though. There we go. Battle Mountain, and then Ellie, Lund, Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas, Enterprise, Spring Valley, Sunrise Manor, and Paradise, Whitney, and Laughlin under it. So I think that's it for Nevada. Utah, we can get Salt Lake City, West Valley City, West Jordan, and then South Jordan, and there's also Sandy, and then above there's Ogden, and then below there's Provo and Orem, and then down here there is St. George, there's Hurricane, and there's Virgin. So how many is that in each one so far? These are the stats we have currently for the amount of cities we know each one. So going back up to here, we can now do Colorado, where we can get Denver, Aurora, Lakewood, Thornton, Arvada, and then there is Centennial. Let's get Westminster, Centennial. Let's try that again. There we go. Castle Rock, and then Boulder, Longmont, And then Fort Collins, Greeley. There you go. And then Colorado Springs, Pueblo. And then Grand Junction, Fruitvale. I think there's also one I know over here, but I forget what it is. Arizona. So, let's get Phoenix with Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, Glendale, Scottsdale, Tempe, Peoria, Surprise, Goodyear, and Buckeye. Over here we can get Tucson, Marana, Oro Valley, Tucson East State, South Tucson. There's one more I know, but I forget what it is. Bisbee, Naco. Let's get Yuma. And then up here we can get Arizona Village, right? Yep. Over here we can get Flagstaff, and there's some others, but I don't really remember what it is. Grand Canyon Village and Tucson. And over here I forgot Arizona City. So there we go. And then New Mexico, we can get Albuquerque, not Utah, New Mexico. Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, what is it? Corrales, yep. And then Los Ranchos de Albuquerque. And on the east there's Tijeras, Sandia Park, Cedar Crest, and then Los Lunas, and Belen below, Santa Fe, Taos, and then over here there's Truth or Consequences, and there's Elephant Butte, there's Hatch, Las Cruces, White Sands, right here, and then Sunland Park, Santa Teresa, and over here there's Roswell and Carlsbad. So that's actually a lot in New Mexico, I feel like. How many is that? 20 different cities. That's pretty good, actually, for New Mexico. I feel like I wouldn't really do that good, usually in New Mexico. But, let's do the Midwest next. So North Dakota, we can get Fargo with West Fargo, and Horace, Castleton, Ogbo, is that what it is? Oxbow, that's what it is, yeah. And then there's Bismarck, Mandan, and Lincoln. And there is Grand Forks, Minot, and there's Williston, Dickinson. There we go. So, that's 12 in North Dakota, not bad. South Dakota, there is Sioux Falls, which has Brandon, it has Harrisburg, and it has T. Over here there's Rapid City with Box Elder, and there is Keystone. I think Spearfish is over here, yep. And then Pierre, Aberdeen, Watertown, Brookings, kind of like that. And how many is that? I think that's all I can think of. Also 12, actually. That's pretty cool. But that's all I can think of in that area as well. So, yeah, we're going to have to move on to Nebraska. In Nebraska, we can get Omaha. We can get Bellevue with Papillion, something like that. La Vista, Gretna, Bennington. And then we can move over to Lincoln as well. Grand Island, Kearney, Plainview, Monowai. How many is that, actually? 11 for Nebraska. I think that's all I can think of as well, unfortunately, so, yeah. Let's move on to Kansas, where we can get Wichita, we can get Andover, Bel Air, Maize. I can't think of any others by Wichita, so, Overland Park, Kansas City, Olathe, There is Lawrence, Topeka, Manhattan. I forgot Shawnee actually as well. Yeah, Independence and Wayside. And I think that's all I can think of again. Oklahoma. We can get Oklahoma City. We can get Norman, Edmond. And then there is Moore or something. Right, yeah, in Yukon. And then up here we can get Tulsa and Broken Arrow, and that's all I can get. And then Lawton down here. And then basically the rest are here. So Guymon. There's Beaver. There is Texhoma. And what's the other one? There's another one up there. Guymon, Beaver, Texhoma, and is there an eagle here as well? I don't think so. No. So, I think we're gonna stop there for Oklahoma. And then Texas. Also, I realized I just did Oklahoma when I said I was gonna do Midwest next. Oklahoma is not considered Midwest. But, whatever. Let's do Texhoma. And then Amarillo, Lubbock, and Midland, Odessa, West Odessa, and then El Paso, and Socorro, Horizon City, Sparks, and down here there is Del Rio, right down there, Laughlin AFB, Air Force Base, and then Eagle Pass, right there, and what else is there? There is Laredo, McAllen, and Edinburgh, and then Brownsville, Corpus Christi, Portland, Ingleside, and then let's get Houston out the way. So Houston, Pasadena, Pearland, Sugarland, there is League City, there is the Woodlands, Conroe, there is Baytown, Missouri City, there is La Porte, there is Dickinson, Deer Park, what else is up around there? Galveston, Texas City, Lake Jackson, Friendswood, Katy, what else is around Houston? It's kind of hard actually to think of others around it. So what else is around there? There is Channelview. I think that's one. Yep. So Channelview. That's all I can think of. So we're gonna move on to Beaumont, and we'll add Tyler, College Station, Waco, Killeen. Now let's add Dallas and Fort Worth, and let's add Arlington, Plano, Garland, Irving, Frisco, Grand Prairie, McKinney. Let's add Denton. Let's add Richardson, Louisville, right? Yeah, not Lewiston. Allen, Mesquite, and Carrollton. There we go. And then there's Farmers Branch, right there. There's Euless. There's Grapevine, Greenville to the east. There is White Settlement, Weatherford, Aledo, River Oaks. What else is there? I can't really remember what else is there in this area. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck for this area now. Let's just move on to Wichita Falls. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Abilene, San Angelo. And then there is Austin with Round Rock, Georgetown, Cedar Park. Is it Pflugerville or something? Yep. And I don't remember what the other one was that I knew. San Marcos, Kyle, Buda, Dripping Springs. And then down here for San Antonio, there's New Braunfels. Over there, Shirts, Cibolo, Converse, Alamo Heights, Terrell Hills, Borne, Boulevard, Helotes, La Vernia. That's all I can think of there. And that might be it for Texas. 89. I went down a lot, actually, if that's all I could get. There's some areas that just feel empty to me, that I feel like I could have done better in. Like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the Houston area. Could definitely do better in those. Even like the Austin area, I think I'm missing one. Overall though, not the... Oh, actually, Texarkana up there as well. So, good thing I didn't forget about that. I think that's it for Texas. So, I think I got 90 in the end, right? Yeah, 90. So, let's move over to Minnesota. So, let's get Minneapolis, St. Paul, and we can get Bloomington, Brooklyn Park, Plymouth, right? There we go. Woodbury, North St. Paul, West St. Paul, South St. Paul. There's not an east one. Rochester, and then Duluth, and then what else is there? There is Moorhead over here. There's Grand Rapids. There's Virginia. What else? I can't think of any others right now. There's some up here that I remember learning, but I forgot them now, unfortunately. Something angle, right? I forgot what it was. Something angle, I believe, up there, but Iowa, let's just do quickly. There's Des Moines, West Des Moines. There we go. Ankeny. There's Ames. There's Waterloo. There's Cedar Rapids. Iowa City. Davenport, I'm not really sure exactly. Sioux City. Suburb of Omaha. Council Bluffs. I think that's it for Iowa that I know, which is also 10 cities. And then Missouri, we can get Kansas City, and what else is there? Independence, Lee's Summit, and St. Joseph. And down here there is Springfield and Joplin. And there is Columbia, Jefferson City, Houston, and Raymondville. There we go. And over here there's St. Louis, and O'Fallon, St. Peter's, St. Charles, and what's by those areas? Wentzville, Chesterfield, Florissant, and that's all I can think of there. So I think let's move on to Wisconsin. So Wisconsin, we can get Milwaukee, Kenosha, Racine, Madison, Appleton, and Oshkosh, and Green Bay, and there's West Bend, Superior, there's Yuba and Viola, right down here, very small, but yeah. What else is there? Can't think of any others right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop there for now on that one. How many is that? 11. Not the worst, but we could have done better. Illinois, we can do Chicago, Aurora, Joliet, Naperville, Elgin, and Evanston. And then there's Arlington Heights, Waukegan. There is, what else is around here? Chicago Ridge, Oak Park. Is it Park Ridge? Yep. Chicago Heights, North Chicago, West Chicago, Gulf, and then there is Log Lake up here, and that's pretty much all I can think of here. So, yeah. And then, is that it? I feel like I knew more before, but maybe not. Because I feel like I got all the ones I recognize. Let's get Rockford. Let's get Arlington. And let's get, what was by Arlington that I remember before? Arlington and it's not Viola, that's the one by Yuba, Wisconsin. Arlington, I don't remember. We're gonna have to skip it, unfortunately. Granite City, East St. Louis. I don't remember any others. Champaign, Peoria, Springfield. What was between these? Bloomington. There we go. And that's pretty much all I could think of. Arlington. What is that one by Arlington that I just forgot about completely? Arlington and I don't remember. We're gonna have to skip it. Let's do Indiana. So up here we can get Hammond, Gary, East Chicago, Whitting, right? There we go. That's how you spell it. 1 T. And then there's Michigan City. There is, what's next to Michigan City? There's like a park or something, but I forgot what it's called. Whitting, East Chicago, Gary, Hammond. I'm just gonna leave it at that for that area. Indianapolis, and then Carmel, Fishers, Zionsville, Noblesville, and what's the last one? Zionsville, Noblesville, just Greenfield. There we go. And then Muncie, Bloomington, Anderson, Terhat, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Evansville, Jeffersonville, and then South Bend up here, and then Fort Wayne is the one up here. Yeah, there we go. And then let's get Ohio, where we can get Columbus. And around Columbus was Dublin, New Albany, Upper Arlington, and then what else was there? There was, why am I forgetting? Westerville? Yep, Westerville. And Powell. There we go. And then Cleveland. By Cleveland there is Lakewood. There is Brooklyn. And Brooklyn Heights. Parma? Yes, Parma. And then by Cincinnati, there's Blue Ash. There is Wyoming. There's Bridgetown, right? Yes. That's all I can think of. So, what else is there? There is up here Toledo, and then Akron, and Dayton. Ottawa next to Gilboa, right there. And Youngstown, yes, and Bridgeport. So that's these two. And can't think of anything else in Ohio right now. So how many is that in Ohio? 22, not bad. Let's get Arkansas done. So we can get Texarkana right there. And then Little Rock, North Little Rock, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, right? Yeah. What was the last one? Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Jonesboro, and there's another in top 5 in Arkansas. I'm missing one from the top 5. Well, we can get Harrison, we can get Zinc, we can get Flipping, or Flippin'. And then there is, I lost a lot of Arkansas knowledge, actually. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I lost a lot of it. One more. What else is there? There's Hot Springs. There we go. And there's one more that's still in top 5 that I'm forgetting. Little Rock, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, something, and then Jonesboro. I think that's what it was. Something. Springdale. There we go. Right next to Fayetteville as well, actually. So that is 11 in Arkansas. And then let's move on to Louisiana, where we can get New Orleans, Metairie, Kenner, Mandeville, and then there is, what's it above? What's next to Mandeville? Covington? Yes. Bellachase. Right? Yep. Gretna. Harvey. And then there is, what is it? There's one right here. Let's see. Chalmette. Something like that. And Arabi. So, is that all the suburbs that I know? I think so, for New Orleans. Baton Rouge, there is Prairieville, Central, Zachary, and Port Allen. Those are the ones I know. And then Lake Charles, there is, what's the one right here? I think there's one right here that I know. What is it though? I don't remember. Shreveport. There is it Monroe up there? Yes, West Monroe as well, and Alexandria. I don't think there was one here actually that I forgot. I just don't know one here at all. So let's move on to Kentucky next, where we can get Louisville with Jeffersontown, Henderson, right? Or not Henderson. Well, I think I do know Henderson, but there's also Hendersonville. Or no, that's Tennessee. Jeffersontown. There is... What other Louisville suburbs were there that I might have forgot about? Prospect? Yes. Prospect and... I don't remember the other ones. Lexington, Elizabethtown, right? Yep. Hopkinsville, Nicholasville. Where's that place right there? Bowling Green, Owensboro, Covington, what is it? Richmond? Yes. And Frankfort, the capital. There we go. I think that's all I could think of for Kentucky. How many is that? 13. So if I fail here, that's not bad for Kentucky if I stop here. I think that's it. So Tennessee, there is Nashville. There is, what's by Nashville? There is, that's where Hendersonville is, right? Obviously Murfreesboro. There is, what else is there? Hendersonville. There is... Why did I forget so much in this area? Nolansville? Nolanstown? Nolansville, spelled like that, yeah. And... what else is there? I forgot a lot, actually. Way more than I thought I did. Memphis with Bartlett, I believe. Yeah. And that's all I can think of, actually. So I did lose a lot. Knoxville, Chattanooga, and officially, Clarksville marks the 1,000th city I named on here. So we're at 1,000 officially. Oak Ridge, Kingston, Pigeon Forge is around here, right? Yep, right there. Down here, there's Ducktown and Copper Hill. There you go. And there's some stuff over here, right? That I'm missing. I'm not really sure though. Let's get. Oh yes, over here actually. Jackson. Johnson City. Gotta spell it right. And then Kingsport. Bristol. And that's all I can think of there. And let's move over to Mississippi. If I can select it. There we go. Mississippi. Jackson. I think there's a Brandon here. Yep. There is Brandon. Is there like a Rivera or something? No. What is it? Brandon. There is... I don't remember the others, unfortunately. Hattiesburg, South Haven, up here by Memphis, and then Gulfport, Biloxi. So, how many is that? Only 6. 6 cities in Mississippi. If I can't get any more, that is bad. That is not good for Mississippi stats. Brandon. What else is there in Mississippi? I used to know 10, but now I forgot what they were. Yeah, that is not good. We're gonna have to just move on. Alabama, we can get Huntsville with, is Decatur up there? Yep, Decatur. Athens. What else is up there? There's one right here that I feel like I know, but I forgot it. Birmingham. There is Auburn, Dothan. There's Mobile, something like that. And there is Montgomery, capital, obviously. And what's that other city? It has a higher population than Auburn, but lower than Mobile. What is it? I don't remember. We're gonna have to skip it, unfortunately. How many is that? That is 8 cities. So this area of the country, I gotta get like my cities back at, I guess. I have to get back the knowledge of cities I had here at one point. Tuscaloosa. That's what it was. And over here, we can go to Georgia, where we can get Atlanta with Sandy Springs, right? Yep. Roswell. Is it George Creek or something like that? No. I don't remember what it was. George's Creek? I don't think so. No. If it might be very wrong, actually, I have no idea. And then Alpharetta is right there. There's Athens. There's Augusta, Macon, Columbus, Savannah. How many is that? Only 9 cities. I don't know, something else. Like there's 2 in this area that I used to know. I thought it was George Creek or something. What is it? Alpharetta, Roswell, Sandy Springs. I don't know. I lost a lot of Georgia knowledge as well. These 3 I'm having a lot of trouble with, which I wasn't expecting. Let's just move on to Florida, and hopefully we can do better. Pensacola, Panama City Beach. Is it East Bay or something? East Beach. One word, maybe. East Side. 2 words, maybe. East Bay. There's something like involving East, I feel like, by Apalachicola. Like, there's something here that starts with like East something, I feel like, but I don't remember again. Tallahassee, Jacksonville. There is Jacksonville Beach, Yulee, Nocatee, Fernandina Beach, Oak Leaf Plantation, Orange Park, Yes, Orange Park. And I don't remember the others. Fortunately, St. Augustine. And then Daytona Beach, Deltona. And then Gainesville up here, right? Yes. Let's get Tampa. Lakeland. And St. Petersburg. There is Clearwater, Riverview, Rolling Hills, or Spring Hill. That's what it is, yeah. And then there's something else right here, I feel like. Brandon? Yes. And, Homosassa Springs, something like that. Yep, right up there. And what else is there? Sarasota, Venice, Inglewood, right? Or Englewood, spelled like that. Yes. Minnesota Key. Then Cape Coral. What is it? Something Acres. Lehigh Acres? Yes. And then, Fort Myers, is that what it is? Yep. Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach. Everglades, near Naples. And San Marcos, something. San Marcos Island? I don't know. Marcos Island, maybe. Or Marcos Island. Marco Island. That's what it is, right there, yeah. I knew there's something like that. And I think that's all for that area. There's Palm Bay, near Melbourne. Obviously, we need Orlando. With Kissimmee and Winter Springs. Winter Garden. And I don't remember what else there was. I feel like there's one more thing I remember, but I don't remember exactly. Port St. Lucie, right down there. Miami, Hialeah, Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines. What else is there? Pembroke Pines, Spring Valley one, Spring, Hollywood, Davie, Miami Gardens, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Boynton Beach, and what else was there up there? Boynton Beach, and can't think of anything else. There is, let's get Florida City, right down there. What else is there around here? I can't think of anything. I feel like I'm missing a lot in Florida now. And I'm also getting more. I'm getting a lot and losing a lot. Miami, so Pembroke Pines, and there was another huge one, but I forgot what it was. Miami Beach, North Miami Beach, Miami Shores, and I can't think right now of what it would be. We're gonna have to move on. Key West, Crusoe Key, Big Pine Key, Stock Island, Key Largo, Islamorada, Marathon, Key Colony Beach, I believe. Yep. How many is that in Florida? 66. So, I lost a lot of Miami area. A lot of Miami area, actually. That's basically it, actually. So, hopefully, it's basically just this area I need to retrain on. Like this general area. Let's do North Carolina first. Charlotte, Concord, Huntersville, and Matthews, Waxhaw. Gotta spell it right. There you go. Indian Trail, is that what it is? Yes, Indian Trail. And what else is there? Matthew, and I can't think of anything else again. The zooming in this is still as bad. Raleigh, Greensboro, Cary, High Point, Durham, Winston-Salem, Asheville, Fayetteville, Greenville, and then Wilmington. I think there's also Jacksonville around here. Yep. And then there's also what's the big city there? Kitty Hawk and Duck. And I think that's basically it for North Carolina. I lost a couple here. I think I missed like 2 or 3 maybe in this area. That's basically it, actually. So not that bad of a loss for North Carolina. South Carolina we can get. Let's get. Let's start up here. Rock Hill, Indian Land, Fort Mill, Tagakay. That's basically it there. Charleston, North Charleston, Mount Pleasant, and then what are the other ones? Somerville, Goose Creek. Is it Johns Creek in the other one? Johns Creek. It is Johns Creek in Georgia. That brought it up to 10, but there's another one here still, I'm pretty sure, that I'm missing, but we'll skip it for now. Back to South Carolina. There is Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach, and then in the middle there's Columbia with Lexington, right? Yes. West Columbia as well. And what is it? Forest Acres. Ipion or something like that. I have no idea what it is, but there's something like that up here. And Greenville, Simpsonville, Malden, yes, and 5 Oaks, 5 something. I'm very close, but it's not quite there. 5 Hills. I forget what it is, but yeah, there's something like that. 5 something. So I only lost 3 in South Carolina and like 3 in North Carolina, something like that. That's not bad. What? Just 1 less in South Carolina. Is there not one there that I know? Simpsonville. I really want to get that 5 one. It's like 5 something. 5. It's 5 like forts. 5 forts. There we go. And we're at 19 now. Good thing I remembered 5 forts. That's a weird name, by the way. Moving up to Virginia, where we can get Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Suffolk, Newport News, Hampton. I think there's one more here, but I forgot it. Chincoteague, Exmoor, Ononcock, and Cape Charles, and Roanoke, Vinton, yep, Vinton, Salem, Cave Springs, is that what it is? Yeah, just Cave Spring, actually, there we go. And then Richmond has Glen Allen, Mechanicsville, and what is it? Mechanicsville and Midlothian. And there is one more there that I forgot. Short Pub. There we go. And then Gate City, I believe. Yep, Gate City, Weber City, and Bristol across from the other Bristol. And then up here there is an Arlington and an Alexandria. Right there. I think that's it, but there's also some other city names that are like very famous that I'm forgetting. I can't think of them. 24 cities, not bad. West Virginia, we can get Charleston, Huntington, Morgantown, Parkersburg, right? Yep. And there is, what's the last one? Wheeling, up here. I know there's a Petersburg over in the east, yep. There's a Star City. There is, what else is in West Virginia? Petersburg, I don't remember what else there was. 7 cities in West Virginia that I could get. So not bad again. Let's do District of Columbia, where it's just Washington. And now Maryland, we can get Baltimore, Columbia, Germantown, Silver Spring, Frederick, Gaithersburg, Rockville, Bowie, and then Hagerstown, Annapolis, and what else is there around here? Can't think of anything. Let's go over here where we can get Cumberland, Frostburg, and Oakland. Then over here there's Chester, Chestertown, Cambridge, and Ocean City. So not bad again. We got 17 there. Delaware, we can get Wilmington, Newark, we can get Bear, we can get Middletown and Milford, Dover, Seaford, and Delaware City, and we can get Rehoboth Beach, right? Yep, and Bethany Beach. How many is that? That is, what is it? 10 cities. So that's cool. So all we have left is this northeast area, and we're finally done. This felt like forever so far. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Upper Darby Township, I believe it is. Yep. Abington Township, right here. And then King of Prussia, Westchester, Phoenixville. There we go. Ardmore, Media. What else is there? There's one up here that I feel like, Hillsboro. No. I didn't even type that in. Or I didn't enter, but that's not it. It's not even close to that, I feel like. But yeah, I don't remember what it is I'm thinking of. But we can get Quakertown, Spinnerstown, Sellersville, and Skippack, North Wales, Pottstown, and let's get Allentown, Bethlehem, Reading, West Reading, Lancaster, Intercourse, York, Harrisburg, and by Harrisburg there's Hershey, Scranton up north, Pottsville, let me spell it right, there we go, Tamaqua as well, there we go, and what else is there? There is Johnsville, right? Johnsville. Is it Johnstown? Johnstown. Pittsburgh. Mount Lebanon Township. Mount Lebanon, and I don't remember the other one, but there's also East Pittsburgh. Is there a North Pittsburgh? I feel like there is, maybe, or no. I guess not. Let's add Erie and Lawrence Park and Northwest Harbor Creek. Yes. And that's basically it for Pennsylvania, where we got 33. That's pretty good. So now we have one more area. We have New Jersey, and also the zooming's gotten a lot better actually. Newark, there is Jersey City, Patterson, Clifton, Elizabeth, Union City, West New York, Edison Township, Woodbridge Township, Lakewood Township, Neptune Township, Trenton, Camden, Gloucester City, gotta spell it right though, there we go, Atlantic City, Ocean City, Avalon, Wildwood, West Wildwood. That's pretty much all I can think of there. Let's do New York next. New York City, Yonkers, New Rochelle, New Rochelle, I'm not really sure exactly. Hempstead, Oyster Bay, Glen Cove, Long Beach, Valley Stream, and Islip, Brookhaven, West Hampton, Northampton, Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton. That's all the ones I know on Long Island right there. And then Buffalo, Cheektowaga, Niagara Falls, and then Tonawanda. So I can think of there. Let's do Rochester, where I know Brighton, Webster, Greece. That's pretty much it. Syracuse, I know. Is it Clay? Is that city there? Clayton? Is it? I'm not really sure, but we're just gonna do North Syracuse and East Syracuse. And then Utica, something like that. Albany, Schenectady. Down here I know Elmira and Binghamton. There we go. And over here I know Plattsburgh, Ogdensburg, Watertown, Malone, Long Lake. There we go. And then let's do Massachusetts next. So there's Boston, Worcester, or we'll do Worcester in a bit. Cambridge, Lynn, Quincy, there is Brookline, Salem, there is Lowell, and what else is there? Brookline, Salem, Concord. I think, is there a Newton around there? Yes, Newton. I knew there was a Newton there. And then Brockton. There we go. And now we can do Worcester and Springfield and Amherst. And then New Bedford, Provincetown, like that, and Truro. And then Rhode Island, which has Providence. And Warwick, Cranston, Pawtucket, East Providence, North Providence, and Woonsocket. It was also Newport, Portsmouth, and there is, what's on the west? I know Richmond, and I don't remember. So that is 10 in Rhode Island. Connecticut, we can get Bridgeport, Stamford, New Haven, East Haven, Waterbury, Danbury, Hartford, and on the east I know, is it Greenwich? That one? No, that's not what I know. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I know Norwich, and I know New London, and I know Waterford. So that's where we're gonna stop for that one. Connecticut, I got also 10. Only 3 states left. Vermont, we can get Burlington, South Burlington, Essex Junction, Colchester, Winooski, Bear, Montpelier, what's in the middle? Rutland, West Rutland, Bennington. And I think that's 10. Yes. New Hampshire, we can get Manchester, Derry, Nashua, and then Concord, Portsmouth, Dover, Rochester, Berlin, Franconia, and Lincoln. So that's also 10, right? Yes. So finally we just have Maine. So Portland, South Portland, Saco, Biddeford, Kennebunk, and Kennebunkport. There we go. And then, what else is there? York. And then it is Sanford, Brunswick, and Lewiston, Auburn, Augusta, Bangor. What else is there? Ellsworth, Holton, Fort Fairfield, and Frenchville. Is that 17? That's 17. That is every city I know in oh, actually, Texas, San Juan. There we go. That is every city I know in United States. So my knowledge has went up, but also down in some areas. Down in some areas, but in total numbers, it went up actually. So that's really good. 1,359 cities with a total population of 128,353,571 people. And that fills up 49.24% of the national urban population in 2020. So this is outdated, I think, but yeah. So, looking at our stats. The biggest cities we got, our top 20 are top 20 in the US, so that's good. I think so. Yeah. Smallest cities. No, I think it's Oklahoma City now here, by the way. But anyway, smallest cities: Attu Station, Monowai, Manel, Chicken, Sunrise, Wayside, Beaver, Cold Bay, Yuba, Atka, Central, Rosebud, St. George, Eagle, Zinc, Pelican, Olawalu, Lomar, Furnace Creek, Ruby. So many of them are Alaska. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the bottom 20 are Alaska. That's actually crazy. 2 of them are Hawaii. That feels kind of small, but whatever. Rare cities. These are the rare cities we got, with the lowest being Montalvan Manor in the Bay Area, Spinnerstown, East Richmond Heights, Northwest Harbor Creek, Del Monte Forest, Arizona Village, Gilboa, Round Valley, Laughlin AFB, Raymondville, North Lakeport, Farm Loop, Lawrence Park, Contra Costa Center, Sandia Park, Copper Hill, El Sobrante, Weber City, Sun Village, and Hawaiian Ocean View. So, yeah, we got some really rare ones. Less than 0.1% of people got it even. But maybe, like, a lot of, I don't know, actually. Best states. 393 in California, and here's the rest of them right there. And here's all the stats. We got 10 of 10 over a million. 36 of 37 over 500,000. What did we miss? 323 of 339 over 100,000. We missed a lot there as well. Oh, we missed a state? We missed Michigan. How did we miss that? I don't know. Detroit. Warren. Sterling Heights. And, Farmington Hills. And Troy. And, what else is around here? I was kind of excited about ending it that I forgot about Michigan, and now a lot of my knowledge has just gone away again. Or like my thinking stage. Ann Arbor to the west, we'll just get that. Saginaw, Flint, Mount Morris, I believe. Yep. And it's the same as my last name, so that's cool. There is Grand Rapids, and there is St. Joseph, Lake Michigan Beach, and there is Kalamazoo, Lansing, Atlanta, Gaylord, Port Austin, Port Hope, and where else is there? St. James on the island right there. Sault Ste. Marie, Marquette, Escanaba, Puffton, Menominee, Iron Mountain. That's all the ones I know over here. Is this it down here? All I know. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. Dearborn. There we go. So, how much closer are we? We're missing 9 cities over 100,000, but everything else we're good on. So, what are the 9 we're missing even? I don't even know, but we could hit finish and save and find out. But we're almost at 50% of the population as well. If we got those last 9 cities, I bet we would actually just go over 50%. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna time lapse this part actually. I'm gonna look around, see what I missed. Did I get Highlands Ranch? Highlands Ranch. No, I did not. We're over 50%. I'm surprised I didn't get Highlands Ranch because I usually look out for that one. Looking around a little more. I think we got all of those. Got all of those. Pretty sure we got all the ones here. There's just gonna be like some obscure ones probably. The last couple that I'm missing. Over 100,000. Definitely in Florida. There's definitely like one at least I'm missing in Florida. And then I'm gonna know all the ones over 100,000. I just forgot what they are. We're gonna hit finish and save. So 1,386 cities, 130,374,580, 50.02% of the population. So that's pretty good. Here's our final stats pretty much. And then here's these ones right here. The rare cities, our best states, and all the other stats. So just this one I failed at. So we can scroll down and look at everything, which is cool. And then now let's see what we missed. The ones over 100,000 that we missed are Federal Way. I forgot about Federal Way. Oh, I just forgot about that, I guess. Torrance. I forgot to write Torrance. I was thinking Torrance and then I forgot to write it. Costa Mesa. That's the other one I always forget now. Nothing Texas, so we're good on that. Lafayette. There is one there. I was like, maybe there isn't, but there is one there. South Fulton, right. Right, that makes sense. And 3 in Florida, yeah. Pompano Beach, right, that makes sense. Coral Springs, that's what I'm thinking of. And Miramar, yes. So, those are the only ones over 100,000 I missed. The video's finally over now. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when another video comes out. Leave a like and select the video. You also don't have to go awesome if you want to, but if you want to, you can. Let's get to 25 subscribers next. And yeah, that's all. Bye.